Okay, so here's the new launcher. Pretty sick, I would say. It's got music and stuff now. Apparently you can log in here. I'm not really sure why you'd want to. It's got a new interface for selecting music and stuff. Hey, we have a new subscriber already. His name is... I missed it already. Where is it? Where is it? Subscriber. Mech Panties. It's a nice name. Good choice. So it, you know, kind of segregates them by type. You got your unit packs. Quite a few unit packs are sale these days. Here you can see that I'm not making this up. Sabaton Music Pack is a real thing in the EU4 world now. So we got everything on except for Sabaton. It's the only one that's copyright flagged. So expansions, we've got Art of War, Common Sense, Conquest of Paradise, El Dorado, Res Publica, the Cossacks, and Wealth of Nations. Every single one of these things adds really cool things to the game. Content, American Dream. Yep, got this Women in History, you know, cool stuff there. Most importantly, Keyboard Shortcuts 1.14. Probably the most awaited sequel, really, to Keyboard Shortcuts 1.13. It's truly, you know, a work of art. It's pretty fantastic. The guy who made it is like a super mega genius. Anyway. Alright, let's get our game capture going. It took some work. It did. It took some work to get Keyboard Shortcuts working, because those silly guys over there decided to break up one of their GUI files into two and didn't tell me. So I kept messing with it, getting all pissed off because it wasn't working. And then I realized that it doesn't work because it doesn't exist. Unitpanel.gui is no longer a file in the game. Okay, so people wanted to see Poland. I think Poland's a great first choice. The reason for that is that I have a, as you can see right here, this is awesome new button called Continue Game. Just to show you how easy it is, I just loaded the game up. You just click the button one time and just watch. It's just so nice. Like 99% of the time I'm playing one campaign. So to have a continue game button is super awesome. There's no like selecting or anything, it just immediately loads in. However, there is this weird thing where it says this game is meant to be played as Uzbek. I don't know why it does that. I am Uzbek, but... So yeah, this is our Horde campaign. This is going to be on YouTube, going live every hour and a half for the whole day today. So if for some reason you're not interested in what we're doing on the stream, go check that out. It'll be on youtube.com/Arumba. Go do that. But yeah. Now here's something that's new. At first, I thought the game was crashing, because every time I clicked exit to menu, the game would like crash to desktop. That's not what's happening. What they actually did is they got rid of the resign button, because it causes all kinds of problems with checksums, and it's just this constant contentious issue on the forums where people are like, why isn't my multiplayer game syncing? So when you click resign, it returns you to the main menu by killing the program and restarting the program, which forces you to have the right checksum. So that's pretty awesome. So you'll notice the game's just going to automatically crash out, and we'll go right back to the reload screen. Again, forcing you to have the proper checksum. Of course I rerolled the knife. I'm bad at the knife, man. Advertising against my own stream. No, it's more like a capture all, you know? If you don't want to watch the stream, you don't want to ask cool questions and find out information, then you can still go pick up some Cossacks somewhere else. Alright, so, chat has spoken. Let me go check and see what the straw poll says. 32% vote for Poland. That's what we're going to do then. And we're going to dive right in. I think this is a great pick because it's going to let us look at estates, and, you know, we're still going to be able to get involved. We also can potentially see the effects of the system where you can interact with AIs a little bit better, where we can like tell Lithuania who we want them to fabricate claims on and stuff. So okay, let's go ahead and play as Poland. We'll play on normal mode. Oh wait. Yeah, people want random new world. We'll do random new world. Of course we need to do random new world. In fact, since it's not like we're going to be able to explore anytime in the next hour or two, I'm going to do random new world. And then we're going to just quickly cheat out the Terra Incognita so we can go take a look at it. Because otherwise, we're not going to be able to do, you know, we're not going to see it. You know, you just click Random New World, and then 3 hours later, when you actually have an idea group and you actually go exploring, then maybe we could find out. But we just want to see it right now, don't we? Don't we? Single player. Random New World. Go. Generating Random New World. Generating more sea provinces. RNW is Random New World. Oh, MacPanties, I didn't see or didn't hear the sound. Let me check to make sure that's working right now. See notifier announcement. Yeah, it looks like it's supposed to be working. Alright, so that is how long it takes to generate a random new world, at least on my computer. And when you do that, it does hide the whole random new world with Terra Incognita. So you can't even, well, unless you're going to cheat, which is what we're going to do, you can't tell what's out there. So we'll go ahead and we'll place Poland. Okay, well, let's just go take a look at the random new world. This is the random new world that the game has spawned for us. It's a series of islands. I'm very curious to see how trade looks. Alright, so this is new as well. The map modes are now bound into like logical groupings. Instead of just being a big huge grid of confusion, it's actually kind of logical now. Economic map modes would be where the trade goods or trade interface is going to be. Stetson. So we can see that wealth is going to come out straight up to Safi. Interesting. Money goes from here up to Safi, and then also over here to the Ivory Coast. Reroll. People are saying reroll the new world. Why? It looks good. I don't think it's going to matter too much. Oh, I like this. This looks cool. An estuary on the center of an island. Kind of reminds me of like Game of Thrones. All these islands everywhere. Konhain. And this money looks like it's going to come straight up into the North Sea. North Sea and into the English Channel. Alright, so yeah, I mean, that's not a bad idea. So that's like just an example of a random new world. We'll go ahead, we'll redo it without turning on TI. And that way, if we do get to that point where we can explore, we won't have a leg up on it. But I want a proper continent. Well, I can show you the colonial nations, the colonial regions, but if we do that, then I'm gonna have to TI, remove the TI again so we can take a look. Alright, we'll do another random new world. What features are coming across in just the patch, and which features are only accessible via the DLC? Okay, so the Cossacks DLC will be available for purchase on the 1st, which is Tuesday next week. I am allowed to put up a patch notes video on Monday, but I cannot just like read the patch notes and tell you specifically what's different until then. I can show you whatever you want to see in the game right now. Whatever we're looking at, it's fine. So, alright, let's just place Poland. Let's go. We're gonna go place Poland. Poland strong. Okay, so this is something that I think a lot of people have been asking for a very long time. This whole idea that you can have an estate. Estates, right? You've got like sub-factions within your country. So we have the burghers, the clergy, and the slakta. Cool. Represents the families of landed aristocrats in your country. Their privileges are guaranteed by old traditions, and most have originally been won through performing great services to the state. Their traditional responsibility is to fight and protect the realm against outside dangers, as well as help the ruler keep the peace. I did not forget Random New World. We did it. Alright, here, I'll show it to you. That's a big continent way the hell over there. I didn't forget about it, I just didn't think we wanted to reveal the Terra Incognita. Lake Phantom. That's kind of cool. Well, so these are really far away. This would be really difficult for like anyone to colonize. Looks like this is going to be a Ming colonization game. Alright, let's turn that back off. Okay. We're not going to keep on re-rolling the new world. It doesn't matter just yet. We're not even able to colonize. We have Tech 3. You guys, you need to calm down. Relax. Okay. So, the burghers are giving us trade efficiency plus 10%. If we get their loyalty above 60%, we will have development cost minus 5 as well. The clergy are currently giving us plus 15% national tax modifier with 40% loyalty. If we get them up to 60% loyalty, they will also give us stability cost reduction and yearly papal influence. The slakta I think that's how you pronounce it, are giving us manpower recovery speed. We can also get land maintenance modifier if we bring their loyalty up. How do you get loyalty up? Well, random events will change it. You can also have these interactions here that will increase their loyalty. I can lose 5 prestige to gain 10 loyalty for 20 years. That'll take us up to 60% and queue in that land maintenance modifier bonus. We can also gain a general. Just randomly, just click a button and gain a free general. So instead of having to spend 50 monarch points, I can click this button and get a free general with 40 tradition. Pretty damn good when we only have 5 tradition. So that's like rolling a general with spending monarch points as if we had 40 tradition. Very, very handy. Demand military support. They lose loyalty, but we gain 100 military power. You can only do this once every 20 years. So you might be tempted, like me, just to immediately click. This room is no longer in R9K mode? What? What is R9K mode? It's Schlatta? Okay. Alright. Raise levies, gain manpower, they lose loyalty. Recruit a minister, 50% cheaper level 2 diplomat. And this causes them to gain influence. Now the problem is, if a country, if an estate, this is new music by the way, if an estate has more than 80% influence, then it can trigger a disaster. An aristocratic coup, or, you know, basically if any of these have more than 80 influence, bad stuff happens. So we can't just immediately come in and say, hey, give us military support. Because that would potentially, well actually this one doesn't affect their power. Let's go ahead and do it. This will lower their loyalty from 50 down to 35, but we totally want their military support. Thank you. We also want some administrative support. Thank you. Although this will take them down to 25, and that'll lower our national tax modifier. If we go below 30, we'll actually have penalties. We'll have national tax penalty of 7.5, stability cost penalty, yearly papal influence negative 7.75. So, demand administrative support's only 50 admin. Oh, we can send emissaries to the Pope. Influence and loyalty. I think what I'm going to do is we're going to demand administrative support. And now this has switched to a penalty. We're going to go ahead and now seek support among the clergy. We'll spend a little bit of prestige, or we can just spend money to gain their loyalty. This one lasts for longer though. So we'll go ahead and seek support among the clergy to bring that back up. And then finally, we're going to... We cannot demand diplomatic support, though I'd like to. Their influence needs to be higher. We'll go ahead and grant monopoly charters, and then also demand diplomatic support. Just milking those monarch points, they're beautiful. Okay. Conquer Western Prussia. Seems like a pretty good mission. We have Western focus, so we can expand west and just switch to Western technology soon. Form the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. We've played this before. I forget what the event is that triggers the union. I thought at one point in the past it was just a button. Admin tech at least 10, that's not the right one. Okay, that's the button to unite our realm. Enforce the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. No, that's not it. I forget. It may just be that there's a pop-up event, I can't recall. Danzig is not Western focus anymore, right? I believe so. It's Wien and Prague. So you have to go to Wien or to Prague, which is somewhere. Here. Yeah, it's one of these two. Yeah, Danzig is not, which kind of makes sense, because Danzig's not really exactly Western, and this is land we're going to take anyway. They deleted the decision to make a union. I don't think they did. I think it's just changed. Because I remember in my Uzbek campaign, I'm pretty sure that the union did form. Okay, we are in Interregnum. We have nothing to convert, I believe. Yes, we do. We have some Orthodox. Let's go ahead and hire the Inquisitor then. We'll go ahead and hire the Diplomatic Reputation guy, and we will hire the Land Force Limit guy. We're going to focus on... Admin's fine. We have a 000 leader right now. That's not good. Conquer Western Prussia will give us a whole bunch of free stuff. We'll go ahead and secure some alliances and stuff. So, okay, this is brand new. This whole diplomatic feedback interface. So, you can actually set your player relationship toward people. Like, Austria, for example, is neutral. But let's say that I want to get in good with the Emperor. Then I can go here, and I can say, manage attitude, friendly. And I can say, hey, Austria, I'm actually friendly toward you. And that will help them to like become my friend. We can also see the provinces that Austria is interested in, and also the provinces that Lithuania is interested in. They see all this stuff as strategic utility. Apparently they really want Riga. Alright, so Lithuania is friendly. I believe we can just immediately secure an alliance with them and still have that event fire, so we'll do that. Let's also see who else is friendly. Bohemia is friendly. Austria is friendly. No, Austria is not friendly. I'd rather get in good with the Pope if I had to choose one or the other. Who else do you think we should be friends with? Denmark hates us, so we should totally support the independence of Sweden. Poland cannot reach Denmark. Excuse me. That's new. I'm pretty sure I could totally reach Denmark. Hungary hates us, and the Teutons hate us. Who hates the Teutons? Brandenburg does. Pomerania does. So that means that these two would both be logical allies to use against the Teutons. But here's the drawback. If we go for an alliance here, we can see exactly which lands they're planning on expanding into. And, you know, as expected, we know that we're going to have issues maintaining an alliance if we both want the same land. Yeah, Sweden starts off apparently fairly loyal to Denmark. Where can we see their loyalty? Liberty desires at 47.5%. Now, there is a change to the espionage idea group. We've got may study technology. That's cool. May agitate for liberty, so you can raise a colonial nation or a subject nation's liberty desire. And I believe there's also, yeah, study technology is the one where you can steal monarch points. Okay, alright, so how are we doing on force limit? We got plenty of force limit available. We have 16,000 manpower. And as the Polish, I believe we're allowed to have a fair number, 60% cav. Let's go ahead and train up 2 more cav. And actually our cav look like they have a slight reduction in cost, so that's quite nice. Alright, so we just trained up 7 more troops. Let's train up, I want to use the new interface. I want to show you guys that too. Alright, check this out. Notice that on any army, you have these buttons. Build Bardish Infantry. Like, you can click this here, and it will queue it up in a nearby adjacent province, and then once they are complete, they will go and merge with the army. However, see how it says 13, parentheses 15? It's 13 now, it will become 15, because there are 2 units on the way to join it. However, if I tell the army to go somewhere else, they forget the command. So it works well with stationary armies, but not so well with armies that are, if you're relocating them and stuff. But that's fine. It doesn't really make any difference. Alright, let's go. Let's go play. Alright, do we want to become friends with them? Yes, we do. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and we'll accept an alliance with both these guys. Oh, that looked like that was new. Ooh hoo hoo. Did you see that? You guys saw that, right? I like that. That's a good change. I did not notice that in my my other campaign. Okay. We need to find one more person we can be friends with. Who hates Hungary? Bohemia. You know what? Let's not do the standard thing where we like ally ourselves to the Emperor. Let's just ally Bohemia. But watch this. One day will pass. If I go and try to offer an alliance to anyone else now, it says you must wait a day until you can send another alliance offer. So you can no longer spam like 4 alliances at once and get alliances that shouldn't work. There's a 1-day delay on sending that alliance. So if you're at the relationship limit and you get the alliance secured, it'll change the equation, you know, and then that way, there you go. You guys get it? Make sense? I think it's a good change. It's a good balance change. The Livonian Order might be friendly. We'll probably want to improve relations with Sweden. Alright, so let's go ahead and tell the game what we want to kill. I'm expecting to eat all of this land. This is my land. And for rivals, we'll obviously rival the Teutons. For some reason, in the version I'm playing, somebody decided that binding the C key to the Holy See makes sense. I was talking to Wiz about it, and he's like, what? Why did that happen? Rivaling Lithuania seems like a bad idea. We'll rival Hungary and we'll rival Denmark. Yeah, what is R9K mode? That's not true. You can totally get the AI to do all the work for you. But if you want to play differently, if you want to play where you are actually supportive of them and actually like have long-term friends. See, now that's really interesting. See, I told the game like, hey, I'm planning on conquering all this, and Pomerani's like, F that. I'm not going to be your friend. We want the same stuff. So that means that we're probably not good allies. Now, if I wanted to, I could still force them to help me in a war just by getting rid of that land, say, that I wanted to take. But, yeah, it's fine. We don't actually need their help. A royal marriage offer from Bohemia? Sure. We'll probably be friends with them for a while. Threaten war. What does threaten war do? Well, we can go here. We can say... Oh, we still have a regency, so we're not allowed to actually declare war just yet. So we need to wait for our interregnum to end. Start on our conversions. We have disputed succession in Bohemia, but we also... we're going to become an elected monarchy. Is that what R9K stands for? I've never heard that before. Brandenburg, no, we're not interested in you. Five out of 4 diplomatic relations. How do we do that? Oh, right, I forgot that we started off with Moldavia and Mazovia. Oops. It's fine. It's fine. These little guys are quite nice. So the interactions menu is different now. Instead of just having like, you know, a couple tiny little buttons, you've actually got a button here that opens up all this stuff, which just looks a lot better, a lot more space. We can grant them provinces, we can fortify them, enforce their religion, embargo our rivals, we can subsidize their armies. We can just grant our own cores and claims to them. So like Mazovia here, if I wanted to, I have a claim on Kelmno, I could just go to Mazovia, grant core claim, Kelmno. Like, I could give them this claim, and then have them core it for me. I like it. It's nice. Kara has declared war on Georgia. Herald from Hungary, they get a 445. What a cheating bastard. How come I don't get a 445? I get a 000. Unacceptable. We're married to Lithuania already. So we need this this event or this decision or whatever this thing is to give us the union. Obviously, that's the opening move that needs to happen. You know, I'm not really sure. I think that we'll probably end up putting part of the stream up on YouTube just so people can see it. But my primary campaign right now is actually the Uzbek Unleashed, which episode 1 just went live at 1 o'clock. Arumba, it used to be that you needed 100 diplo power and stability 1 to make the union with Lithuania. That might be it, yeah. We might need to... Let's just go ahead and assume that that's the case. I'm going to boost stability up to 1. I remember that. I remember when I did my Polish campaign that was a requisite. And I remember making the push to immediately get stability 1 so that we could take the decision. Maybe it's just that you have to get to Eben Tech 10 though before you can enforce the union. This looks like the event. Stability at least 1, at peace, administrative technology at least 10. We need to own Warsaw, Danzig, Marienburg. Ruler also reigns in Lithuania. We did marry them. Oh, see, okay, so it's just an event. Okay, it's just an event. The death of a childless king, that guy, on the battlefield of Varna split the union between Poland and Hungary and left Poland in an interregnum. His brother, the Grand Duke of Lithuania, was asked by the Polish nobility to assume the throne, but found their conditions unacceptable. In 1447, after 3 years of negotiations, he was finally crowned King of Poland on his own terms and both kingdoms as a union. Poland forms a PU with Lithuania under Casimir Jagiellon. Or we can let us appoint a local noble instead. A 554 heir, that's pretty cool. But no, yeah, we need a Jagiellon. Elective monarchy in Poland. On the death of the last Piast monarch, Polish nobles began drawing on ancient claims and historical precedent to assert their independence from the monarchy. Oh, there's a lot. We'll trust in the same. So yeah, we are now an elective monarchy. Our royal marriage has ended. We have a PU over Lithuania. Apparently, it's no decision. It's just a random event that fires. And this is the event, I believe, to inherit Lithuania. Yeah, I was just looking at it wrong. Yeah, that was fairly easy. I agree. Unfortunately, we can see Lithuania disbanding some of his troops. Apparently, he lost some of his available force limit that way. You are allied to the Livonian Order. I think now seems like a great time then to do this war deck. Okay, so there's a few things that are different now. We've got declare colonial war. This is not applicable in this situation, but if we were declaring a colonial war, like overseas, you know, playing as like England or Castile or something, and we were fighting in Africa, you can check that box, and it prevents them from. You can actually call in your protectorates to help you in an offensive war. It's pretty cool. So this is new. Okay, so we took the mission, gave us free claims, right? We want this land, right? We can call in our allies. Right now we can see that Bohemia would not join the war because we don't have enough favors. Favors is something that's totally new. We have 50 trust with Bohemia and only 1 favor. Every single year that we're allied, we'll gain 1 favor. Every time we honor a defensive call, or, you know, do whatever, give them land and stuff in a peace deal, we'll gain favors. We then spend those favors to call people into wars. So, that means I can't call Bohemia into the war, right? Well, not quite. What I can do is I can actually go to the war deck screen, and I can check this little, like, speech blurb thing, and say, hey, Bohemia, I'll promise you some territory if you join the war. Unfortunately, he doesn't want any of the Teutonic Order land that I haven't claimed, so I can't actually call Bohemia in on that criteria. However, we can call in Brandenburg. So even though we haven't accrued enough favors, I can still say, hey Brandenburg, if you come join this war, I'm totally going to give you land. I'm totally going to give you land, I swear, for real. I'm not going to give him any land, that's crazy. Why would I give that dummy land? Alright, let's go ahead and get some more guys trained up if we can. This is also really cool. Templates. Templates can now have mercenaries in them as well. So if I wanted to make, like, say, a 2 cav, 5 merc, 2 real cav, 5 merc infantry template, then you can do that, and it will actually break down between the 2 types. Also, you no longer have to deal with, like, having multiple different versions of... I'm not going to return his core. It's my core. Newmark belongs to me, damn it. Does the AI instantly break the alliance if you don't give them land? Let's find out. Alright, let's see if we have the ability. Do we have the enough room here to pick up a free military leader? Okay. I'm going to do this even though I know it's a bad idea. Just because I want to show off some of the new features. So, okay. Right now, this burger, or this estate, has 30% loyalty, 70% influence. If we grant a generalship, we'll get a free general, which means we don't have to spend any monarch points on a general, and he's going to be way better, most likely, than anything we could create. But it's going to give them 20 more influence for the next 10 years. That's going to take them from 70% influence up to 90% influence. And something bad's going to happen, but we're going to do it anyway. So we're going to just, you know, click the button. Now we're at 90%. We gained our free general. His name is, holy shit, is his name, Emil Czarniecki, a 3521. Good lord, thank you. But because we are above 80%, we currently have the potential for an aristocratic coup. So that is going to be interesting. Yes, his name is holy shit. It's his name. Let's call Brandenburg into our war. We're going to immediately send just 1 infantry. Oh, I need to, note to self, one of my keybinds is not working. Gotta fix that one. Alright, supply here is 20. We will be there at the end of the month. Let's wait just a couple days. We just want to get to Newmark before he can, so that he can't siege it, and then we won't give it to him. That is just an amazing freaking general. It's amazing. Like, it's probably the best you could possibly roll right now. Let's think about it real quick. Okay, so the formula is for every 20 tradition, a new subscriber whose name is Nitruge. Welcome. Right, so the best you could possibly do with 40 army tradition would be you get 2 pips for free, plus a d6, plus a 50% chance at 1. So 2 plus a max of 6 plus a max of 1. So 7, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We got 11 pips. So not only did we get the 2 for free, we also had a 40% chance to get 1 and a 20% chance to get 1. We got 100%. We got every single roll in order to get 11 pips. That is nuts. The chances of that are very, very small. For some reason my keyboard shortcuts are not working here. Weird. Oh well. I'll have to fix them later. Alright. Notice how, for some reason, despite the fact that we have zones of control, we're allowed to move to Kelmno? Don't ask me why, I don't know. I'm still trying to learn it, it's different. That's all I can say, is it's not the same as it used to be. A 0006 is very, very unlikely. Just due to the way that the math works. Yes, the RNG gods are definitely with me today. Let's just go do this fight. We'll attack him into the woods with Mr. Emil here. Sim mode. Probably subscribing because of the amazing general we just rolled. Emil here. I mean, this is a god among men. That's what he is. And he just rolled a 7, which is pretty good. It's not going to be good enough to stack wipe, but it's pretty good. A 9 in the second shock phase. Very impressive, sir. Good work. We have new indicators to tell you that there will be a battle. A battle between Brandenburg and the Livonian Order will happen on 7 October, 1445. So this army's moving here, and Brandenburg's moving there. So there's an indicator to say, hey, there will be a battle here. Super, super useful when it comes to like trying to determine if you can catch an army or not. Like, we don't need to guess. I don't need to hover over stuff to say like, hey, is this army gonna get away? No, it's not. I can see right here, in 4 days there will be a battle. Very, very handy. I love that change. See, what's weird is this was working. I had it working earlier. I don't know why it's not. Oh well. I don't need to participate in that fight. If anything, we need to go up to here, maybe, and try to round that, kill that army. Yeah, it is kind of too bad that we won't be able to get Western focus from Danzig. That's unfortunate. Oh wait, no, we'll be on the first. Cool. Alright, we'll go see who we can find up here. See what we can see. I want this... Somebody says, I want this inside me so bad. Alright, so here, again, great example. So, normally what I would do is I would hover over this, they will be gone by the 7th, I will be there by the 8th. But now, because we have that thing, I can just click and see no battle. Now I can see, okay, that will be a battle. You see how easy that is compared to before? It's really awesome. Alright. Our amazing, amazing general just stack wiped them. And we do not have any ability to get up there. So let's just leave this territory. I don't actually want to siege down the Livonians. Notice we have this looming disaster. Aristocratic coup. Because they have greater than 90 influence, they are gaining 3 progress every month. And what's going to happen is that if this disaster fires, we're going to have trade efficiency minus 25%, national tax modifier minus 25, global trade power minus 25. And it's really, really hard to get rid of. Okay, so how do we solve this problem? What do we do to get rid of, you know, like, why the hell do they have so much power? Also, by the way, do we have positive prestige? We do not. We should probably try to get positive prestige just to enforce this union. Let's go see if we can solve this slakta, however you pronounce it. So, what can we do to lower their influence? Well, their influence comes from controlled provinces. It comes from the fact that I had done the granted generalship. Right now, they have 26% control of the land, and they only expect to control 10%. So what we can do is we can go in, there's a new map mode called Estates, and we can see the land that they currently own. I'm guessing it's going to be the red one, because that's the one that they have a lot of. Let's find a high development province that they currently control, and we're going to revoke it from them. Lublin is currently controlled by them, increasing their influence by 13%. This also increases the minimum province autonomy by 25. So the lowest it can possibly get is 25. We're going to revoke this and see if that lowers their influence. It's going to harm their loyalty. It's going to take their loyalty from 26.1 down to 3.9%. But we have to do it because there's a disaster coming. Again, I know that I shouldn't have taken that decision. I'm only doing this to show you the features. Right, so don't just think I'm playing poorly. We're just playing around with it. So we're going to revoke Lublin. And now they're going to be pissed off. They're disloyal because they have less than, they have like no loyalty at all. However, they're at 77% influence now because we've revoked some of their territory. So we've just made them very, very disloyal, but we've averted the disaster. The disaster can no longer tick because they don't have more than 80% influence. So how can we get the loyalty back up then? Well, in 20 years, demanded support will go away. We could also, call a diet, but that would again put them up to 87%, so we don't want to do that. We don't want to do anything to give them influence. So for now, we're just going to have to deal with the fact that we have manpower recovery speed minus 10, land maintenance modifier plus 10. That's better in my mind than having the disaster fire. Can the disaster happen more than once? I see no reason why it could not. Generally speaking, disasters can only happen one time, but I believe, because it's in a state, that that type of thing could happen quite frequently. Oh, I know what it is. I had just set up my keyboard shortcut to deselect the current army, and I selected the wrong one. It's only supposed to work on the macro builder. I'm kind of tempted to go fix it really quick before I forget. Shortcut equals B. Reorganize units. Remove use unit from selection. It's supposed to be on the multi-select, not on the single army select. Unit panel main, naval units. You just have to bear with me. Yes, we want to get rid of this one. Remove. It's the multi-sub. Okay. Well, again, I'm trying to work on getting my keyboard shortcuts working properly for the actual release of it. Okay, alright, so let's go ahead and let's finish this war. What was that expansion where you spent hours redoing his mod? It wasn't hours. We tried working on it for like an hour and a half, maybe 30 minutes or something like that. Alright. Our god general is just stack wiping things left and right because he's a god general. See, this is what's interesting. Right now the keyboard shortcut's working here. From this screen right here. But then because there's multiple units, it's not working. That's interesting. I'll probably have to change that to the V key. But that won't work. No, that won't work. I'll have to figure it out. We'll do it later. I'm getting distracted. Compare that beast to the other generals. Okay. Let's see. We're looking for the best leader in the world. Okay, the best leader in the world. Emil Czarniecki is one of the best shock leaders in the world. Skanderbeg, sorry, the Albanian general, who is scripted, 555, is probably still hands down the best general. But this guy is not bad at all. Skanderbeg is 15. Jean Barrot, the French general, is 12. Alphonse, the General of Aragon. But yeah, our guy naturally rolled into like the top 5. It's pretty damn good. Naive relative. We'll take the compromised spy defense. I don't want to lose any prestige while we have this union. We need to get positive. It's very important. Bohemia is now supporting an heir of their own house to succeed the throne of Poland. Seems fine. Let's see who our heir is right now. Stanislaw Jagiellon. It's a weak claim. We don't really concern ourselves with that. Oh, hi there. Let's wait till he gets locked. And we should see, as soon as we get to this province, that there will be that little battle indicator. It doesn't seem to work if you're a couple provinces away. Like, you have to be within one province to actually get that little indicator that there will be a battle. Which makes sense, because otherwise it'd be like recalculating all the time, and that'd be bad. Now there's one little graphical change that I'm still kind of wondering about. Showing this K. Apparently, one guy, maybe, complained that with boats it shows the number 1, but with armies it was showing the number 1, and 1 is different than 1,000, so they're like, okay, we'll put in a K. I don't think anyone ever complained about that, actually, but okay. Now this is really kind of strange to me. I don't understand this at all right now. Okay, there's a fort in Latgalia, right? So in theory, if I'm marching my army, Latgalia is supposed to have a zone of control in every province now around it. And yet I can march right through it. I don't know. Supposedly it's supposed to be more intuitive. It doesn't seem very intuitive to me at all. I have no idea why I'm allowed to march through the fort. I just try. I just tell the army to go wherever I can, and if it lets me, great. If it doesn't, fine. Maybe it's because I've got the fort sieged at the moment, and so it doesn't technically count as having its zone of control. I really don't know. But I find it very strange. We can totally get onto that province. And see, now we're restricted. Now we can't move any farther. So, okay. We'll say attach this army and see if we can persuade an army to come help us out with Königsberg. Alright. No one seems to want to attach to my army. That's fine. Excellent. Alright, so we're moving to Warmia. So we're at 52% war score. We have pretty much every single occupation. No one else is even getting any occupations. Let's take a look and see what happens when we don't give Brandenburg what they want. They're expecting to get something out of this war, and we're going to refuse. This guy has no claims on anything, but I could easily transfer land to him. Granted, because we have no claims, we would have to pay some diplo cost, but you know, it's generally speaking a small price to pay. Now that fort's gone, I can totally move. I can move farther. I can move in and siege both of these. This war is obviously a very easy war. Show features with vassals, like where to get a claim. Okay, so the way that it works is that if I set... Okay, my vassals and like my subjects will fabricate claims on other countries that I have either set them as rivals, or I believe if I just manually set them as hostile. Setting your attitude to hostile shows that you consider them an enemy to be conquered. They will refuse almost all diplomatic proposals. Your allies will consider this a sign that you are willing to join wars against them, and subjects will fabricate claims on their provinces. So, for example, I can go to Livonians, and the game has not specified anything. According to the game, I'm neutral, but I can say manage attitude hostile, and now my subjects will fabricate on the Livonian order, which is quite nice. Yes, that is another completely new feature that we should talk about. You'll notice in here we have this participation thing. You guys remember participation from Crusader Kings 2, like Holy Wars? So we have 84% of the total participation. How exactly this number is derived, I don't really know. Somehow it's like the number of troops that were participating in battles, sieges, blockades, stuff like that. So Brandenburg's done 15%. They expect 15% of the spoils. They'll also take 15% of the monetary concession. New music again. I don't actually have any boats, so I can't even get to Ocel. Now, our leader does have siege value. So, that's kind of nice. I'll need to find a new key for that. It's just bugging me that it doesn't work. It's like I'm getting this thing, you know, it's stuck in my head. I have to solve the problem now. There does seem to be some strange, like, clipping going on with this song. I'm not sure why. Yeah, we're losing a little bit of money. It's alright. We don't need full maintenance anymore. Alright, so shall we separate peace? The Livonians. Our individual war score against them is 28%, which is not actually that much. But I do think that we want to take quite a bit of land. Definitely from the Teutons. Somehow, Mazovia managed to get troops across. I don't know how he did that. Wait a second. That's right. That's right. I remember now. That was a change that was made in this patch. If you control... Boats can't blockade a strait unless you like control both sides. So, okay. So how does this rule change? We can march there. They can't prevent us from getting there. So even though he's got this navy out there, we can march an army just directly across the strait. And he can't blockade it. That's so weird. Again, see, he's got this army there. Sorry, he's got the navy there. Now we can't cross the strait on this side. Don't know why. But we can cross from... No, it might just be that this straight's up in this sea tile and this straight's in this sea tile. Maybe that's what's letting us do it. But I did read about it. I'm not making this up. It was a thing. There's a post that DDR Jake made about it. I'm not totally crazy. There is a post on the EU4 forums. Go check it out. You just have to trust me. 70% war score. So we could take 3 provinces. Why don't we just like take, 4? What's a game of EU4 without a little bit of aggressive expansion, right? So we're gonna get him fully occupied, and then we're gonna give Lithuania 4 provinces up here, Have them take them. We'll pay the Diplo points, why not? We'll pick up quite a bit of aggressive expansion for doing a separate piece. Let's transfer this over to... notice how we can transfer to anyone. We can transfer this to Brandenburg if we want to. $97 peace offer. It's going to cost 93 Diplo power. It's a little bit of aggressive expansion, just saying. You know, just a little bit. Ottomans are now going after Byzantium. No peace. There can be no peace. Okay, let's win this siege. We'll take a look at how Brandenburg interacts with this whole thing. Oh, you want me to give land up here? Give Narva to Brandenburg? No, he wouldn't accept it. It's outside his scoring range. But yeah, give him land that's like really shitty, just so that he doesn't get upset. It's totally how it would work. Did they ever fix the broken vassal force limit modifier? Let's take a look. Our force limit right now is 27. We're getting 2 from Moldavia, 1 from Mazovia. I'm not sure exactly how that's calculated. So 2 from Moldavia. And Moldavia's a march. I think that you still do just get 1. Yeah, I think that's the normal amount that you would normally get. I'm not so sure it's broken. It's just that it's different, you know. You used to get more, but they still train troops and stuff. Let's see, where's the one in here that gives you more force limit? It doubles it, yeah. It seems pretty weak. Doubling 1 is still just 2. It's not beer, we're not drinking beer, we're having soda. We're probably going to do the multiplayer campaign either next week or the following. I think that there's a scheduling conflict on Friday next week. Alright, I need like 100 war score with you, please. Thank you. Alright, we're going to pay these points. Why not? Sounds good. So, Lithuania just got strunk. Now we'll piece you out. And so here's where we can now see we have 78% participation, they have 21% participation. So if I go in now and I say like, hey, I want this, notice how Brandenburg is given less territory than they expect from their 21% war contribution, reducing their trust by 20. Keep in mind, trust was that number that's right here. It's at 50 right now. And the higher your trust is, like, the easier it is to call them into war and stuff. You know, the longer the relationship's going to last. So just for example, let's just give them absolutely nothing. Also, this is interesting too, though. If we go and let's just say we pieced out for nothing but money, the Teutonic Order will pay 240 ducats to Poland and its allies. Poland will get 190. So 50 of the ducats, roughly 20%, will go to everyone else. Because we're not taking any actual land, Brandenburg would actually be happy with this. If I take land, they expect land. If I just take money, they don't expect money. So what do we end up with claims on?